is so much to learn from a performance that doesn't have a dialogue. You know, there's so much to learn from body language, and that's all it is. Creature animation. We are using body language that we learn from humans, apply to an animal, and to still make that audience feel for it, but not being humanistic too much. Every fictional creature that you actually animate is based on a realistic character, realistic creature. If you're doing griffins, you take it from, let's say, lions and birds, mix it together. And the more creatures you do, the more animals you do, the more you build this library of creatures in your mind that whenever you get a fictional creature to animate, you just tap into the library of motions that you've animated. For example, the second Narnia, when I did the werewolf, it was a mixture of human motion and dog. So having already done dogs before, I was able to go, all right, this is what I can use, to blend it together. So I would say, building this library of creatures throughout the years has helped me a lot. There's a sense of motion which needs to be believable, but also a lot of these characters are the heroes in their films, and you need to be compassionate with these creatures. For example, if in Avatar, when Neytiri's banshee dies, if it was just a creature that just flies around, no one would care. But it's a creature that actually interacted with Neytiri. It's a creature that you need to put personality. It needs to have personality for the audience to connect with it on an emotional base as well. So definitely, on Waterhorse, I think this was the film where I learned more about a creature behavior. It was a little dinosaur creature, but it had to be almost like a puppy. It had to be lovable. You need, as a kid, to watch the Waterhorse and love this little Loch Ness monster, who's just a little creature at the beginning of the film. My talk will focus on what are the things you do to bring a character that, by default, an audience doesn't believe in. If you go dragons, you go griffins, you go centaurs, the audience knows this thing is not real. So now how, as a creature animator, do you fool that audience to believe that this thing is real? So my talk will basically be about that. There are many things that you do. You can't just grab it and start animating it. You have to know so much more about the anatomy of that creature. What are the creatures that this audience know that you can steal from in terms of motion and add it to your creature that will get that audience to go, oh yeah, and all of a sudden they believe in it. Even though they know it's not real, they believe that this is real.